are back for another episode of Big Six Bants. It is the Friday preview call-in featuring Sarcasm City TV. I'm joined by the man them today. First of all, guys, apologies. We are over an hour late. Apologies. My internet was moving crazy. It has been for the last few days, and I've somehow got things to work. But we have half the team with us today. Unfortunately, some of the boys couldn't make it, but they will be back with us in the roundup anyways. So again, make sure the first thing you guys do is like and subscribe to like and subscribe to this video, and make sure you go and subscribe to Sarcasm City TV as well. The name is in the title up there. Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure you smash the like button on the video. I'll send it in on the chat so people can do all of that. Drop a retweet when the tweet comes out as well, and then we'll get started and all that good stuff. Let's start with the man then. Kiz, we saying obviously another day, another game. You got to keep the pressure on Manchester City. We saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous now because there's no Zinchenko, no Saliba, so I think our build-up will be. I mean, it won't be the best, but I reckon Kiwior can do a good job to replace that. So it's a slight worry. I know they got injuries. I think March is out. And a couple of others, Webster saw, but they've got that threat, Ivan Ferguson up front. That guy is a top baller, top striker, so he's going to be a worry for us. But yeah, no, if we get the 3 points, I'm hoping Sean Dyche does a job again on Guardiola, and then we just got to keep putting the pressure on, man. That's all we can do. Can't do anything else.
It's true. I hear it. I think after that battering that they held, they got oiled up by Everton, innit? So they are going to be a bit angry. But
yeah,
maybe they ran out of steam towards the end of the season. The go-go juice, Matoma's slightly running out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Wan-Bissaka did mess him up. I feel like he messed him up mentally because since then he's not been the best. But it'll be so much Arsenal just go and give that guy form again. Like it wouldn't surprise me. So.
We'll have to see in it. I think they've still got good players. They still got a good style of players. We'll see with that one. Obviously, Ahmed and Scott, life under lamps. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, yeah, I don't really. I feel like it's harsh. There's no point me asking how you lot are. I know how you lot are in it. I'm not gonna rub anything. I'm not gonna rub salt in. How's life? How's life? Always from Chelsea.
Life's amazing, man. I mean, been chilling, relaxing. Just came back from holiday. Listen, man, I'm okay, man. Know what I mean? Surviving Chelsea. That's all, man.
Surviving Chelsea. That's gonna be the. Is that gonna be the new documentary? Surviving Lampard. Surviving Paul.
Like hopefully I never have to see his face again. Like on a real, never have to see his face again on a manager touchline. Like he can go and do punditry, go elsewhere, go to China, Zimbabwe, wherever you need to go. Go elsewhere. Don't have to be on my screen.
No, I hear it. It's sad when a legend go out like this, man. It's sad. Gerrard.
Yeah, but this is what the Chelsea fans wanted, though. Didn't you guys
listen?
You guys wanted to sack.
No. Don't tar us with the same brush as everyone else. We did not want this.
We didn't want Chelsea.
What did you guys want?
I said one but Lampard. For me, I said one but Lampard. Yeah.
I said I'd rather just keep Potter till the end of the season or sack him earlier.
That's what you should have done, yeah.
At that point, we're 2 months till the end of the season, just keep him and then sack him at the end of the season.
Yeah, right. It makes sense.
Right now, he had 6 L's in a row, literally. And then he came back with one of the most craziest wins. It was out of nowhere when we got against Bournemouth. Come on, man. If we're honest, and he was so shameless in the interview as well, which was making it even more funnier. But hey, man.
No, Lampard's a clown, man. He's a clown.
He actually managed to achieve something I didn't think was possible. He's worse than Ollie. He's actually worse than Ollie.
Yeah, he is.
That was possible.
Definitely is.
Be honest.
Oh, he's worse. He's the worst Chelsea manager I've ever seen in my life.
100%.
Even Potter has had that many L's in a row. He's had a lot of draws and losses on the part, don't get me wrong, but he's not held that many L's in a row. 6 in a row. He almost beat the Bulls' record of 7 L's since he started as manager again.
Yeah, Lampard's done. And this is what I said. You know when we were talking about he's getting top 4 and we wasn't sure in Newcastle because they got to go Stamford Bridge. I said, bro, Chelsea have Frank Lampard in charge against that Newcastle team. There's only one winner. I'll be so surprised if Chelsea win that game.
I don't know if you guys watched the first half of our game. Yeah, it was literally just like Madueke and no one else, literally in attack. The first half performance. Yeah. So imagine he's probably going to do a similar lineup again. Yeah, against who facing Nottingham Forest. Maybe I think it's Newcastle after Nottingham Forest. Listen, Newcastle's going to be okay, man. They're going to be all right, man. They're going to be all right.
Madueke is he does look good though. He does look
good.
Man,
he looks good. He's only worth we paid 30 million for him as well. So
yeah, he looks so good.
I don't know, man. I think Madueke he's the best out of the smelly bunch for me.
He's only had 2 starts in it.
That level rise to me.
He did look good against Bournemouth, though.
You're just a spicy Sterling. You're just a spicy Sterling.
He's only had 2 starts. For me, he's only had 2 starts. Yeah, but it's only fair. I get that. Huh? He's only had like 2 starts for us. Like Lampard had to start back to back, so it's only.
Yeah, I still. I don't know, man. Like because he has it's not like a aesthetically pleasing style of dribbling that he has.
Yeah, that's
what does remind me of a more refined Wan-Bissaka.
Oh my god!
Let's just that's me being very
crazy, man.
I know it's mad. Palace Wan-Bissaka, if that helps. The Palace one, if that helps. But like, that one actually could beat a man. That Wan-Bissaka could actually beat. So he actually had a little drop of the shoulder in him somehow. But Murtaza, obviously, over to you.
Mm-hmm.
How you been? What you saying?
I'm chilling, man. I'm doing well. How about all y'all?
No. I'm pretty sure that when did we last have this stream? I think it was our draw to West Ham, and then he was given a hell of verbal, and then since then you got knocked out Europa. Prem form's not been great. The top 4 looking likely. It's not looking likely anymore.
Yeah, we'll still make it.
So what's
changed? Yeah, what's changed?
I mean, you're knocked out of Europa League, bro. Like, that's not great.
Yeah, because I mean, we have a scrub at goalkeeper, so you know, De Gea tax. It is what it is.
More than just De Gea, G. But we'll get to it. But it is more.
We'll get to it.
It's more than just De Gea. Obviously, there's 20 people in the house right now. Make sure we smash that like button first of all. Obviously, this is a call-in show as well. Once we get a certain amount of likes, what we'll do is we'll open the gates and we just let anyone wants to call in. We just let you guys in. So we're just gonna do it like that. So I'm saying 50 likes. We'll open the lines. Man, is that cool? 50 likes. It's a bit lower today.
It's doable. Sounds doable.
Doable, man.
Yeah. Like I'd say that. So yeah, 50 likes and we'll open the gate. So I don't know how many likes we're on now. Because if we're already on like 30 likes, then that's a bit dead, isn't it?
Yeah, bit too easy.
How many likes are we actually on? We're on right now. We're on 25. No, 65 likes. 65 likes. That's way too easy. 65. Yeah. 65. So yeah, 65 likes, and we'll open the floodgates and all that stuff there. Big up Cams in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're good, bro. Big up Ed. He goes, and then we got the FA Cup final kids. Remember that we were Wink as well. So he's reminding that the double's still on.
You're not winning that FA Cup, and forget that. Just forget that.
The Liverpool season, is that what you're saying?
Big up Ed as well. He says, big up the Big Fans family. Big up True Blue Clay in the chat as well. Maradon says United went from comfortable 3rd to a top 4 race. It's crazy. Big up Ethan in the chat as well. Big up Psychedelic Scientist as well. Big up the Big 6. Ethan is a game changer. It is, bro. It is. Bro, it's because they're doing works. They're doing some stuff on my road, fam. And it's messing up. Like, I might as well run down the road and start complaining. Big up Asad. He goes, Monster, watch Shoot's pod with you on it. How can you say your head looks like a raisin? Yeah. Bro, it's one of them ones, isn't it? Malteser, raisin. I've heard it all, fam. I've heard it all. Big up Sahidi says, if City win all their games, they win the Premier League title. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Big up. I didn't think they win all their games.
And Ed says we got a better chance of winning the I think he's saying he's got a better chance of winning the FA Cup than you because he's still in it.
Bro, we don't need the FA. We don't need the
That's
FA
so
Cup.
shameless,
I've
though.
got so many.
Yeah,
There's so
man.
many FA Cups. I don't need it.
We'll get into it.
Wait.
We'll get into it.
Let's just start with that. We might as well just quickly just start with that. Matata, do you think you're winning the FA Cup?
I'm.
That's a no. That's a
I'm.
no. That's a
Yeah.
no. You see that?
Straight
Yeah.
no. Straight no.
Yeah.
That's just a no.
What you
What
want me to say? What you want me to say? You want me to be here, be delusionally optimistic? No.
Back your club, man.
Yeah,
Back
I
your club.
respect it.
No,
I respect it.
I hear it.
See, when I go at other people, right? When I go at all you guys, you Arsenal fans, I can accept that we're ass. Like, I know we're ass, and I can accept it. But you guys are just delusionally optimistic, which I get at.
We're not
That's
Arsenal.
that's all
We're
it is.
not Arsenal.
Do you know what I'd say about City, about United though? And I'm not saying you're going to win it. I'd say you've got the best team of anyone in terms of. I'd back you over. I think any other team going up against City, just because the mental side of it as well. Because I don't like apart from Spurs, but they got that Spursy gene where they just can't do anything in finals. Apart from them, like I don't know what it is. I don't know about this season how you've done, but you just seem to have something on them. Even when they're playing well, when they play you, I don't know what it is. Even under Ollie, it was like, I don't know what it was, but you just had something on them.
It's true. It's true.
We did. The thing is, we beat them at home this year, and to be fair, Wembley is going to be like home because City have no fans. So I guess that if it was like at the Etihad or something, I would be a bit more worried. But it's a one game thing. You know what I'm saying? One-off final. So who knows what could happen? And depending on how they play in the Champions League and all that stuff, how all that shapes out, I do think we could get him. Lissandro's a miss, but last time we beat them, we didn't have no Lissandro. It was Luke Shaw that was playing. So all of our guys are really there. So if they decide to turn up on that day, we can get them. And don't forget, in that City game, we missed a ton of chances. So we could have put them away early. Like Rashford missed a few sitters. Martial missed a couple. So, I am hopeful, but confident wouldn't be the word I would use.
How much of a percentage chance would you give yourself?
35%.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd probably agree.
35% chance.
Yes.
I think that's a bit high.
Yeah.
I want to say 25-25. I think 25-25 maybe.
Yeah, I'll say 25. I'll say 1 in 4. You play each other 4 times, you win 1 of those 4.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like,
when is that final? Is it after the Prem?
June 3rd.
Yeah.
Yes.
After the Prem, yeah.
Yep.
So
it's a weekend after.
Rest time.
Yeah, I mean,
because I think you lot can't wait for the season to be done with the tiredness and the amount of games you might have played.
Correct.
I think it's that point now. You man are just like end the season. We need to refresh.
Also, what's with this Rashford injury that I'm hearing about? Is that is that like
apparently
a serious,
he's a doubt for tomorrow, and that was my thing. I knew like he's been playing since when he came back from the Sevilla game. He went off against I think it was,
What did you say?
I said I think he's been playing injured since the Sevilla.
No, before that. Before that. A bit before that.
What I say?
That he's a doubt for when? He's a doubt
Tomorrow.
for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, when I dropped to 9th place, you fucked up and you should have killed me. You should have killed me.
Yeah, no,
you should have killed me.
Yeah,
you can't let Liverpool, after the season top 4.
Yeah, it's looking bleak, man.
Anthony and Sancho on the wing, man. That's just it's so dead.
Hey, man, that's been our best wing pairing all season, though.
Yeah, play it tomorrow.
Smart sense, man.
Weghorst, Rashford, and Weghorst.
Weghorst, Sancho, Anthony. That is stinky.
Anthony.
It's going to be Fernandes in the 10,
Yeah, Fernandes in the 10. That fraud.
Hey, we'll speak on him as well. We'll speak on that. We'll speak on Ratman. We'll speak on him.
Oh my!
He's
a bar.
I wish Corey was here.
Scrub.
I didn't know Rashford was a doubt. That's the first. I've been super busy today. I haven't really had a chance to keep up with the news today. But is that a today thing?
Yeah, it just came out like a couple hours ago that he is a doubt. So Well, we'll just have to see. He's been injured though. Like he went off against Brentford, and then Ten Hag rushed him back for the Sevilla second leg because we had to. And he's been playing injured ever since. And people are saying, "Oh, his purple patch is done, all this shit." But like he's literally playing injured because he rushed him back, and it's not a good thing, but it is what it is. Like, and now when you rush back from injuries, you can aggravate another injury and re-injure yourself again, which is not the best thing to do. And because our other attackers are just so ass that he's the best we got, so we had to rush him back.
Yeah.
So it's not looking good for tomorrow.
We're lucky we're playing Wolves because Wolves aren't great, so you might get away with it.
Yeah, and our home form's been good. So with or without Rashford, we've been really good at home. Like we haven't lost there since the opening day against Brighton. So that's about it. I think we'll still scrape by him. Like it won't be a comfortable win. We'll probably get a 1-0, 2-1 type thing. But yeah, I do think we'll do the job tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow. The Times are reporting apparently that the Ring Group is entering the final talks with Sir Jim Radcliffe apparently. So
no Qatari. No Qatari.
Oh, excuse me.
Let me inject that.
Wait. No, wait.
It's right now. No, it's actually legit. Oh my god.
No, wait. No, wait. No, don't do this to me, because I will personally put Corey in a headlock this instant. When I get hold of this brother and this Ten Hag guy doing the splits, when I get hold, yo. No, don't play with me. No, Ahmed, don't play with me.
I sent the private chat.
It says Ineos set to enter final talks with Glazers unless Qatari upbid. So it may be PR. Who knows?
Oh, it may be PR.
But that's just what it's saying. Because why would they say unless Qatari is upbid? Why would
I'm not saying the Qataris, bro. Like, it could happen, innit? They could. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Listen, I just read that. Hey man, you know what I'm saying, bro? Can't say nothing more, man. You know what I mean?
If we do that, if this actually goes through, it's ma'asalama, man. I'm out of here.
Bro, they're telling you the entering final talks, big man. Listen, man, some scholar house, big man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the oil money, man. Where's the oil, man? Shame, man.
I was hearing show me the oil. I was hearing oil. I was hearing oil me up. Pause. That's what I was hearing.
Oh my.
Hey yo.
What was it they were calling? What was the Old Trafford name? They changed the Old Trafford name as well. What were they calling it?
Oil Trafford.
No, they were calling it something else. It was like a Qatari type twist on Old Trafford. What were they calling it?
I remember Mashallah United.
Mashallah United. No, there was another one. It was when I remember it, I'm going back on the stream where Corey and them these guys were getting excited. I want to find the clip. But these men were getting so excited, and I was getting laughed at as a Liverpool fan when we were hyping the Qatari thing. Eid Trafford.
Oh, Eid Trafford. That's it.
Trafford. That's the one. Eid Trafford. No,
I can't wait for this to fall through. I cannot.
No, sickening. Hey, Radders, please get it done.
Hey, relax with that, man. Relax with that.
Radders, get
I'm just seeing it now. Yeah, that's a verified source. That's the
Times, you know. These guys, they're usually good at the financial stuff, innit?
Yeah.
And
this is gonna happen.
And usually whenever you enter final talks with someone,
it's looking promising. It's definitely looking promising.
It's final talks, big man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, this deal was better for them. I said this to Tarzan before. If you're the Glazers, you're still keeping some of your shares, so you're still gonna get some money off of this anyway.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
they're gonna keep some of that.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna keep all their 20%.
Yeah, it's still a minority stake.
Yeah.
You're
So
ne-
they,
But
the
you
thing
know
is-
what the funny thing is? Their minority stake has more power than whatever Radcliffe owns. So that
basically,
minority
the
stake,
difference
those are Class
between-
B shares.
yeah,
So they have
yeah.
10 times more voting rights than any other. So basically, they just got a bunch of money and they're still in control.
I was
which
going to
is
say,
wild.
they're inevitable. They're
I-
Thanos.
yeah.
You're never getting rid of them.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Scott,
Never getting
basically,
rid of them.
yeah. So basically, what's happened? The difference between the Ineos bid and like the Qatari bid is the Qatari bid is trying to buy the whole club, 100% ownership of all of the whole thing. But the Ineos guys, they're really basically buying like whatever the main controlling stake of the whole thing, essentially. So they're just trying to buy like a controlling stake in the club.
And isn't the minority stake quite close to the stake that the Qataris are trying to buy the whole of United for, which is why they don't.
No, but they're trying to buy their stake plus the stake that's out on the stock market as well. That's
Yeah,
the difference.
because the Qataris want to pay off the debt as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're not going to pay
yeah.
off the debt. Yeah, but they're not going to pay
Yeah,
off the debt.
the Qataris want to wipe off the debt.
Mhm.
Yes.
Radcliffe ain't wiping off no debt, G.
Nope.
He's adding
He's
that
just,
big man.
he's just transferring to a parent company. That's all he's doing.
Yeah,
He's
Right.
just
I
taking
think-
it from one place and putting it into another.
because Jim Radcliffe the great first of his name. You know what I'm saying? The amazing human that he is in doing what he needs to do right now. Him and the Glazers, they're boys. Like they're cool. Like, them man have worked. Them man have done work together.
I just want to.
If you man don't know, them man know. Them man rock with each other. Like Glazers and Radcliffe, go do your research. Yeah,
Listen, Tarzan, bro. I just want you to
Bro.
know, man. The way I'm gonna crash on
your
you,
research.
the way I'm going to crash on you.
What are you gonna
I-
crash on?
Bro.
What are you gonna crash
Listen,
on, you
bro.
Somalian Biggie Smalls? What did
Listen,
I
just
do?
know, I'm waiting in the wings, man. I'm waiting in the wings. Just remember, man.
Hey, man.
Don't you
I
worry
did
about
not
that.
realize it was
Shut
this
up, man.
bad. I did
Shut
not
up, man.
realize it was like that. I just thought they were buying it up.
Have
I
you
did
seen
not realize it
OCG
was
Nice,
this
bro?
bad.
Have you seen
Yes,
Nice, bro?
they're keeping the Glazers, but these
Come
top
on, man,
reds,
you have
bro.
to. Have you seen Nice? Nice went from
Oh.
like being
Bro,
in and around
Ahmed.
like the top 6 to a mid-table club. So
Ahmed, I'm looking
Yeah.
at their transfers right now, bro. They don't spend more than about 20 million a summer. Like,
Yes.
you're fucked. They don't
Yeah.
spend more than about 20, 30 million in a season.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, man.
That
We'll be
United
fine.
brand, you have to be stronger than ever, man. That United brand is
Wait,
gonna.
you won't be able to. Wait, one more time. One more time.
Basically, Ineos owns like Nice, the club Nice, right? And Ligue 1.
Yeah.
And they don't spend that much money in Ligue 1, right? So, so the thing is, he's coming to United now. It's basically if you correlate that, they're not going to spend that much money in United either. So
I think United will always like. I don't think it will
The
be.
brand
like-
will help them out.
It's not that, bro. It's not that.
Mm.
It's not about spending money. The main problem with the Glazers is, like, with this, we're not getting a new stadium. We're not getting a new training ground. Nothing. Like,
wait,
all
you
that
thought you
shit
were getting-
is gone.
I was
You
gonna
thought
say,
All that shit
hey,
is gone.
bro, man's
You
talking about a
thought-
new stadium. You need to renovate your existing stadium, bro. You need to fix the holes, man. Not move somewhere else.
Bro,
You
that's why
remember
we're
when
moving
that
to a new
stadium, big
one.
man?
That's why we're moving to a new one.
And I thought the amount of urine in your stadium, man, it's raining urine there all the time from what I'm hearing, man. You know what I mean? So just need to relax.
I don't know. Innit? I don't know. I mean,
It's looking peak, man.
yeah. This is no. But Mataza, like, I need more. Like, I wanna hear.
Bro,
enthusiasm.
this guy
I
just
wanna-
wants me
I
to
wanna-
come
I
on
want
here
to
and
hear
cry.
the same
What you want?
enthusiasm. I want to hear the same enthusiasm you heard when you found out that Liverpool weren't getting bought. Remember that one? Remember that enthusiasm?
But
When
did
the
I come out
Qataris-
in here and say that we're getting bought out by Qatar? Did I do that though?
Oh no! But did you not say you was feeling Qatari?
No.
He's feeling that money. Bring me the oil. Remember that?
Nah.
Remember all of that?
No,
talk?
I did say bring me the oil,
The
but that's
receipts
being
are available, man.
hopeful
We got the receipts, man.
But that's
We got
being
the
hopeful.
receipts, Taza.
of a potential takeover. That's not saying,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it's done, all this shit. Like you
Yeah,
were.
they don't want you. They want me. Remember that one? Remember that one?
But they clearly did though. But they clearly did.
No, listen. Your word
Yeah,
against
yeah,
mine.
yeah.
Your word against mine.
They
And-
literally put in a bid. Did they
All
put
I
in a
said
bid for
was-
Liverpool?
And you know, at that time, I was backed into a corner, and all I could say was, "Yo, just make sure they put that pen to fucking paper. Otherwise, you will be hearing from my agents. You'll be hearing from my lawyers." Hey, I'm not gonna laugh too hard straight away. I'm not gonna be premature about things. So let me just hope. I just hope this don't age like Fabinho's knees in it, and let's just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what happens. Man, then by the way, drop me your Twitter handles in the private chat so I can slap you guys in the tweet. By the way, big up everyone in the chat. Selling Qatari merch. There's no way they were selling Qatari merch. If they, there's no way. There's no way. I'm moving like a big worm. Don't kill me. No, that's a less of that, bro. Less of that, bro. Please, less of that. After Radcliffe buys United, he won't even be able to afford a coffee. Is it true that United only have 100 M's to spend this summer if they don't get new owners? I don't know that.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's true.
It's because of FFP. We've just been spending like crazy. So unless we do some sales, like.
Yeah, but I think Hugh's definitely going. Martial, I'll say. Martial's going now. You think?
Maguire, Bailly, Telles, Van de Beek.
Oh, wait, he still plays ball.
Yeah, he's injured. He's injured.
Van de who?
I literally forgot
about him.
You know what's crazy? I can't even laugh, man.
Club. Wait, so you had the answer in your midfield there already?
I wouldn't call it that, but if you want to say that, sure. There's Bailly, there's Telles, Brandon Williams, Twan Zabi.
How could you send
Bailly? I forgot they had all these, man. You know, like I was thinking, there's more for them to sell, and then he just starts reeling off names. Like I'm like, who? Like when he said Brandon Williams, I forgot who that was.
That's his defenders, by the way. There's a crap ton of people. Fred, McTominay are gonna be gone. Martial is gonna be gone. Weghorst is gonna be gone. Bro,
Weghorst is alone though. You're not gonna get no keys from that.
Yeah, man. I still gotta get that in. That scrub will be gone finally. I'll be freed. June 3rd, man. I've been waiting for that day. June 3rd.
I mean, we'll talk about Weghorst. We'll talk about Weghorst in a minute. But do you reckon he gets a Premier League goal before the season ends?
Oh, no chance. No chance. I think that's asking for way too much.
You know what?
Do you reckon Mudryk finishes on more GA?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Hey, man, it's not out of the realms of possibility.
Listen,
he's got two. Mudryk has more GA now.
Hey, so guys, check this out. Check this out. Right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you could see, but Weghorst right here. He cut right here. Right there.
Yeah, I remember that. No, I remember that.
He could have tapped it in. Look at Alanga, free as a bird. And look what this idiot tried to do. He gave it to Malasia's right foot. Hey, man, but we'll speak soon on this guy, man. Ruining my club.
Chelsea's charity FC, yeah. Chelsea's charity FC. So you know, we'll give Weghorst his charity Premier League goal.
Oh yeah, Christ. I forgot you still got to play us. Yeah, he's definitely.
Man. Charity FC, don't man.
I'm not gonna lie. There's so many things to talk about, but we're gonna come back to United in a second. Obviously, I want to come to the Chelsea boys for a sec. You guys have two games that could probably shape the top four: Newcastle and United. Do you guys think you just get beaten both those games, or do you actually think you draw one of those games and someone gets derailed, but you just don't know who?
It's 2 hours.
Wow.
Wait,
to put it into
Forest.
To put it into perspective, I thought we'd lose every single game between now and the end of the season. I was surprised we beat Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, the bar is so low.
Bro, I watched Bournemouth draw with Tottenham, and they probably should have beaten them and thought, yeah, we're losing.
Bro, did you see the goal that Bournemouth scored against us, like to equalize? Like they were bopping us before we scored the second before it was like 2-1. They had like two big chances to score against us. Like,
yeah, but Nottingham Forest at home. I'm looking at that thing.
The thing with Forest, bro, Forest, they're in need of points, bro. What are we in need of?
No, it's true. It's true.
We're on the beach right now. These guys have been on the beach for a long time.
That's the thing. I don't have any confidence in this team and this manager. Like, yeah. it's actually more the manager more than the team, because like the team I think's got good pieces, but this manager's just terrible. Like he's shown he can't set up a defense. Like I wouldn't be like I said this on a stream earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if we scored 3 or conceded 3.
Yeah. It's one of those ones.
We are like, it's either like we're either on like some crazy high or on like a crazy low, and we've just been on a crazy low like the whole of the season in general. And like when you've got Lampard, like in his own words, he said this at a press conference. I've been having one-to-one interviews with the players, checking up on them. Not that much tactics is going on the field. He said that, so we know there's no tactics going on the field at all.
Yeah,
I think y'all are being a bit. I think y'all are being a bit harsh. I think he's doing a great job. To be fair, I think
wow,
they should. They should. I think they should sign him up for the future. I don't know about you guys, Kiers and Mons, but I mean, I thought he was doing a great job.
I mean, he is a club legend, so you can do a little thing here and there.
Hey, all I'm saying is that De Gea Supermax contract's going to hit like crack as well. That's all I'm saying.
That's what you mean.
Hey man, that's okay. That's fine. But we're gonna get a new goalkeeper as well. That's okay. That's okay. But the Lampard, he's proper Chelsea. He gets the club. He knows what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see too many wrongs with it. I only see positives, but that's just me.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As dry, and listen, Chelsea, you man are cheeks in it. Like I know you man are cheeks right now, and I'm not even talking. You man are just cheeks in it, like ashy cheeks, bro.
Yes, there's no need to dig it in your father.
You can play noughts and crosses with the nail ashy cheeks in it. You know what I'm saying? But but you see, if Chelsea can go and get like a draw or win this week. This is where I start to think you lot can do something. And no one's saying you're going to go out there and beat Newcastle. No one's saying you're going to go out there and beat United. You don't have to be good to draw a game. In fact, you could be bad and still draw a game. If Newcastle don't have their shooting boots on, or United don't have Rashford, then all of a sudden, a draw doesn't seem a draw don't seem impossible. I'm sorry, it doesn't seem impossible. It doesn't. Like, and all of a sudden, you don't aren't arse and cheeks anymore. You're just arse.
The problem is they can't defend. Like, that's the problem is like,
but you can
to draw those games. No, we can't. Like,
you have on the wings. You have as our fullbacks, by the way. Like for like,
it's not even that. Like our defense is good from like the rest of the season. Like our defense under Lampard has been terrible. Like I think every team we faced so far since Lampard we've conceded. Like every team, I think.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Like we can't defend. That's the thing. The only way we're getting draws against United and Newcastle is if we outscore them or like score as many goals. I don't know if we can do that. Like, we
don't even have a midfield right now. It's literally like a sieve. They just cut through our midfield with one pass.
Like a sieve. You say like a sieve.
Yeah, literally. Bro,
hey man, what happened to Big Bad Enzo though? What?
Where's Enzo? He should be controlling.
It's not even Enzo's fault. Like Kante will go rush forward here because apparently we're making Kante into some sort of 10 right now, playing on the wing with Madueke, and then all it takes is one Bournemouth player bang ball to like Solanke or like whoever it was, yeah, and then they were free against the defenders again. So that's all it's taken.
Hey man, they're saying Enzo's just spicy Jorginho with some tattoos, man. That's what the streets is saying.
Yeah, that's what the streets is saying. By the way, I forgot to mention.
It's not even meant to be playing the sixth position for me. We should be actually have someone else as a six, and then him playing in the other role. But hey man, that's Frankie Lampard for you, man. Let's play Gallagher. You know what I mean? Moving like a wild dog. Running around everywhere. You know what I mean? Catching every blade across, but not doing anything. So,
hey, Mons, have you been scouting him though, Gallagher? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
Where he would fit into the team.
Listen, don't do that.
Well, it's all funny. It's all fun and games when you can do it, but when I do it, that's a problem. Yeah.
Scouting. No. I haven't talked about anyone you've been scouting though. I've talked about your players. Listen, keep Gallagher, keep Rico Malfoy away from my club. That's
you can take.
What about minerals? What about minerals?
Exactly. You can take him and his cousin, have the treadmill trio in there.
Listen, Mons,
bro.
I think for me, 100 million for Mason Mount. I think 100 million for Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher is a good deal for you, bro.
There you go, bro.
I'll
And
take
70 million for
No, we'll take Mount. We'll take Mount. Mons can take Gallagher.
Any man can take Mount. Any of you can take Mount. Have at it, bro.
I'll take Mount. 100%.
Like, you gotta remember, Chelsea, you man play the driest brand of football, so you lot can make Messi look shit. So listen,
Nah, let's not do this, bro.
Hey,
We're not
Mount
acting
could be
like
saved.
Mount
Don't
is
worry,
all
Mount
that,
could
bro.
be saved. Mount could be saved.
Are you gonna say? Are you really saying to you that if Mount comes to your club, yeah, he's gonna be moving like?
I would be.
Mount would cook for Liverpool. You wouldn't be like world class, but Mount would cook for Liverpool.
Yeah,
What
Mount
would he
probably
be cooking?
would cook for
What is he
Liverpool.
cooking though?
I
Just
think he
running
would do
around?
well under our clock system. In my opinion,
Yeah,
I think
that's
Mount would do well under our clock system.
Mount can cook for Liverpool. Mount can cook for Liverpool.
Yeah, Mount probably would do well for Liverpool. But it's like that's because the
Here
system
comes
works. Like,
Surfer.
if you want to play
Oh,
anything
my
where you
God.
need to control the ball, don't put Mount on it. Mount will hoof it into Rosehead.
I think you man have just ran out of time. I think Mount has like driven you man to like.
Yeah, you're Mons, you're right. And then I had to see his cousin come in the summer as well and play as bad. Like, no, I'm good. I never ever want to see them play football for Chelsea again. Go Liverpool, go Palace.
This
China.
Liverpool rebuild with Klopp is looking great, man. Mount, Darwin Nunez, Conor Gallagher.
These McAllister links are heating up, so I don't know if that's even happening right now. These McAllister links are heating up.
So, hey, man, this Klopp rebuild, man, like, I'm like so scared, bro. Darwin Nunez and Mason Mount. Woo!
No, bro. So why are you mentioning McAllister?
Luis Diaz in the wing as well.
Bro, Mons, McAllister's overrated.
McAllister hype, bro. McAllister hype.
He's bang average. He's bang average.
Oh, look, see again.
Nah. I'm not with that. Nah, I'm not. He's not average, but he ain't all that, man. He ain't all that.
Yeah, he's good. He's good, but like he's not. I don't know.
Again,
he's not a role player.
Bro, we're not signing a world beater. Like, he needs to get there, bro. He's not a world beater.
How old is he? He's at 20. What is he? 25.
Yeah, bro. We're signing a good centre mid at a good age.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not a
fan. Prem proven World Cup winner. You get it?
No, that World Cup winner thing, bro. Allow that World Cup winner had. That's
Wait, 80 million though, months.
You man were dick riding Ozil's World Cup win.
Bro, that's Ozil. That's Ozil. That's completely different.
Don't compare McAllister to Ozil. Don't do that.
McAllister's a good player. Like, I think
he's good. He's okay.
I don't know if he works in Liverpool systems. The only thing. To be fair, like the only midfielder though that Liverpool are looking at that I'm like, don't go anywhere near is Ugarte. The other ones like you can take. Just stay away from Ugarte. He's the one.
Yeah, Ugarte is a baller. He's a baller.
Like him and Enzo is just like that's what I need to see next season. Him and Enzo.
Boy, oh boy. I don't know, innit?
No, bro, McAllister's good. He's good, but he's not. I don't think he's as good as what people are making him out to be.
Agreed.
Like,
is he 80 million good?
No way. No,
he's not worth 8. No, but Caicedo for me is not worth 80 million. It's about what he can bring.
He definitely is.
He's worth more than McAllister. He's way better than McAllister.
Caicedo is 21 and has had one good season. And what that means to me is that I'd say that's about 50 mil, and that extra 30 mil is the longevity. That's what I think. That's my 80 million valuation of Caicedo. I think, like, for me, do you know what I'm saying? I look at McAllister. I think 50 mil, but because you're 24, you've had a good World Cup, you're Premier League proven. I'm gonna say 70 M's because you're not. I'm gonna say 70 M's.
Didn't they reject 70 M's?
You can pay that. You can pay that.
I don't think the bid was McAllister. I think it was Caicedo that was.
Huh? Yeah, sorry,
guys,
they were just for Caicedo. What makes you think they're gonna accept 70 million for McAllister?
No. That's my evaluation. That's not what I don't know. Them man might come. They might come with us and say, "Yo, 80 or fuck off." They might just do all that. But that's my evaluation. Personally, I think anything above 70, you're pushing it. But let's be honest. They're probably gonna say they're gonna talk. They're gonna hear money or I'm not going to hear it. They've lost Ben White. They've lost Dan Burn. They've lost, who else? They lost Trossard. Like, you think these men are going to just let Caicedo and these men go? Do you know what I'm saying? They're not going to keep. They're going to say, oh, we've got something going here, you know. We might just be.
You know, they already got like 2 midfielders, right? They're about to get that Bruce.
They're getting
I think they're more willing to let guys go. I think the thing with the Arsenal thing was it was January and it was like a week before the window closed. But I think they're more willing to let players go than people realise. It's just because they let all these players go. They let Dan Burn go, and their answer was like Webster came in to play, and then they got Colwill on loan as the like second option, and then Colwill started playing. And it's like they got rid of Cucurella and got Estupinian. They got rid of Bissouma, and they put Caicedo in there. Like these guys.
By the way, it's not always going to work. They've got good scouts. It's not always going to work like that. By the way, just like with Southampton. Southampton were the guys. Remember when Southampton were just remember Brighton are just the new plate Southampton. I hope you man know this, innit? Yeah, because De Zerbi won't be there for long. He's getting picked up. Yeah, I'm telling you, there ain't no way the Seagulls are maintaining this and doing what Newcastle are doing. De Zerbi maximum 2 years. Caicedo probably gone this summer. McAllister gone this summer. Yeah. Yes, fair enough. They're signing Darhood. I rate Darhood in. I think at one point I even wanted him.
He's a baller. He's a
a very good player.
They're obviously going to get James Milner. Adam Lallana's coming back to fitness. Obviously, Colwill. Is Colwill gone from Chelsea?
No, he's coming back to Chelsea.
Colwill's on loan.
Yeah, but he don't even play. He's not like that anyway.
But bro, you can get a move. We'll see what happens with that. But it's the uncertainty. Look how much uncertainty. And obviously they're gonna replace these men because they've got the scouts and they've got the play style to do it. But the way they've replaced every man and got better, I don't know if they can keep doing it. Like Southampton done it for what, 3 years, where they kept replacing guys over and over again with guys who were not even better, but just as good, and kept going with it.
You know what the thing is though, with a lot of these clubs, once they reach like the Europe, right? Like we've seen obviously with what you said of Southampton, I think you can even make the example of like Stoke, for example, was another one where they reach like Europe, that's like their peak. They have like a season there, and there's like this considerable drop off they have until they're basically relegated. Like,
they either go down or they survive the drop, and then they kind of just hover between that 10th to 15th. In the Prem. Where you're not, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So you're right. I agree. And obviously the João Pedro signing, I'm looking forward to that because I think Welbeck probably his legs are gone in it. Like are gonna be gone. I think Welbeck's still a good player. It's just that
they'll be gone soon.
Yeah,
he's a good bench option, isn't it? He's a good bench option.
Yeah, that's another one as well. That João Pedro, and I think that's them preparing for Ferguson leaving. Like I think that's genuinely them preparing for if Ferguson leaves.
And Ferguson ain't even established.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
This is what I mean. They can't keep this up. They can't keep chopping and changing at the highest standard. Which again, well done, but they can't keep doing it. They're gonna hit the roof, and they're gonna get 1-2 signings wrong. Next thing you know, they're gonna be like 12th, 13th. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you're one bad run away from fighting for relegation. So my thing is with Brighton is that how long can they do it for? Do you know what I'm saying? How long? I don't know.
It depends. If you look at it, like they could also like do the complete opposite. And if they do get Europa League this year, obviously it's unlikely, but let's say they go and win Europa League next year, that could be their benchmark to say, look, we're a European club. We've just won a trophy, Europa League. Like, let's keep these players now. That could be the option, and if they do that, then they'll be there. They'll be in like the top.
I think it matters who comes in after De Zerbi.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's if they bring in someone, because no doubt they probably already got De Zerbi's replacement already lined up, even in this sort of thing. That's what they do. So because De Zerbi really, let's face it, man, nobody watched Shakhtar Donetsk, man. Let's be serious. Nobody knew how good he was.
I know they were top of the league when he was there, but
I know, but nobody really watched Shakhtar.
I didn't even know him, if I'm honest.
Exactly, no one knew him. If they bring someone else in like that's the problem really that happened at Southampton. Really, they got rid of Koeman and not got rid of Koeman left, and then the managers Hasenhüttl did okay, but he was getting spanked 9-0 every game every season. Do you know what I mean? So and then they brought in this Luton Town ex guy and stuff like that, and that's why they're going down. Plus, their conveyor belt stopped. They started buying in youngsters from other clubs like Lavia and stuff like that.
But the thing is, their recruitment went down because they started getting guys in. Like, they stopped buying players because then I remember, was it like last season or the season before, they were having to use guys like Jan Valery at like centre back because they had no one else.
Oh my gosh, Jan Valery,
I forgot about him.
Do you remember because he scored one banger off the post? That's I remember him for one banger he scored.
Yeah, and you got that. They
played the song of Match of the Day when he scored it.
Because the thing is, like, what they did this season, that's the thing. Like this season, what they've done with their recruitment is more what they were doing. But the problem is like they've done it while they're in a situation where they're going to get relegated. So like, it doesn't really work. They bought a bunch of young guys in, and it's just like, it's not really worked.
Che Adams, Jeanette Pro up front. You're not going to do anything, are you?
Yeah. The thing I will say about Brighton is, I think the reason why I think they'll be better than Southampton is I think they're more willing to spend the money than Southampton were.
Yeah.
I think they're more willing to, especially as like Keir said, if they get Europa League and they get that money from there, I think they'll be more likely to spend the money on the players that are going to keep them, maybe not necessarily at that level, but around challenging for Europe every season.
But look at the thing, right? McAllister's probably going to go. They've just got Enciso and put him into the team. And Enciso looks very good over the last few games.
Yeah, they got players. They got players. Definitely.
And they got that Scottish guy from Chelsea. I forgot his name is
Gilmore.
Billy Esther.
Do you want your players to even look too good? Because it's like, if you look too good, they'll think, well, now he's an asset. Now he's a financial asset.
That's what they plan on. That's what they plan on.
I don't think because for me, Southampton were happy to be a selling club. I feel like they knew they were never really going to be there. I think, especially with March left, I think Brighton generally look at this and go, "We got something here." Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why they signed Ferguson to a new deal. That's an example.
I think they think they got something. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just,
but no one's gonna buy Ferguson this season, are they? Probably gonna buy Ferguson next season.
They won't let him go.
You think someone's gonna buy him this season?
I don't know. Like we can say all this, but I don't think someone was going to go for Caicedo after 6 months of being like. I know he was in the Prem last season, but he played like 8 games. Like he had 6 months of being insane, and Arsenal were ready to slap like 50 mil or whatever it was for him.
But this is Ahmed. Do you think someone's not going to put in a bid for Matoma this summer? I do.
Oh no, 100%.
I don't know.
I can't see Matoma going. I can't see him going past yet.
I never said going.
Yeah, somebody will come in.
Put in a bid, whether it's an English club or a foreign club. I can see someone doing that, and that's only after 6 months.
Also, the thing about Brighton that I will say, the benefit that they've got, and we've seen this with Matoma and a couple of others that Southampton didn't have and other clubs don't have, is having a club to a high level in another league as like that the guy owns. So the Tony Bloom that I think he owns or is the director or something of Brighton, he owns a club in Belgium as well. That's where Matoma came from, or they bought Matoma and sent him on loan there. Having that can benefit you because it just means you've got guys playing to a top level or fairly top level in other leagues. So you can just go and get guys from there. Are you doing
the Chelsea Vitesse thing? Was that what you're?
No, the Vitesse thing was like it wasn't the same level. But it's,
no. Vitesse was just for us.
That's like your loanee. This is your loanee. That's your loanee club. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing. We treat it like that. Like whereas they treat it like a way to get guys experience to then bring into the team.
Yeah.
To like then promote them.
Do you know what it is, Scott? You brought up a mad relevant point in it. You brought up a relevant point about. Oh, my head's gone blank. You said something mad relevant just before. What was you said something mad relevant just now. Yeah, you said Caicedo has only been like insane for 6 months, 6 to 8 months, because obviously the season's not done yet for one, and last season he didn't really play. What is so crazy is that it's a similar thing with McAllister, because this is McAllister's third season of like first team football. Because for me, season before last, he weren't really getting. Like he was on the bench a lot, weren't he? He weren't really playing.
I don't even know if he's been there that long because they bought him but sent him out on loan like straight away because I don't think he got a work permit. Yeah, he's only been. Hang on, let me see if I can.
Was it only last season he wasn't getting game time then? Because there was a season when McAllister weren't starting. He wasn't in a short start. I'm gonna judge.
I think it was last season.
I remember that slightly. I think
it was last season.
He's definitely
he's been there.
Yeah.
He's been there 4 years, but yeah, so he's played for them for 3 years. Because the first season he went out on loan, but he's only been playing for them for like 4 seasons. That first season he barely played. He's literally been playing like 2 seasons.
I'm right. So the last 2 seasons he's been playing regularly, but the season before last he was in and out. Like he was in and out. He wasn't a starter. A lot of his appearances were off the bench, and obviously the other one it was 9 appearances as well. So that wasn't a lot in that other year in the 1920 season. It's a bit more reactionary with. To put it this way, we've seen man play well for 1 year.
Nunez.
I agree. We've seen man play for 1 year and think, oh my God.
Yep.
Even Premier League proven one. Not Premier League proven. Like we've seen someone play well in the Premier League. So again, Jared Bowen, perfect.
Cucurella.
Yeah.
Jared Bowen. Yeah. These guys have put in 1 good season. And for me, Jared Bowen is still quite talented. I still think he can go up certain gears.
Yeah,
I don't think he can. I don't know if he'll touch the level of last season. I think it was 11 goals and 11 assists or something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely double figures.
But you see glimpses. If you look at someone like Cucurella, maybe he comes good. I don't know. I think he's terrible. But
just keep that.
It's Cucurella. Do you not look at the Cucurella signing and then think? Because I want Caicedo in it. But the reason why I want Paulinho more is because, for me, I don't know. Caicedo for me, I'm thinking, can we not give him another year?
But that's the problem. It's the problem, though, right? That's the problem because you're not the only ones looking at him.
Yeah, exactly.
You shoot. It'd be different. I tell you what, it'd be different if he was at a foreign club. Because what you would do is you'd buy him and keep him on that club for another season on loan to see if it's flash in the pan. We should have done. Like we should have done with Tchouaméni. We should have bought him from Monaco that summer, sent him back on loan for a year, and then bought him in. But we didn't want to do that. But there we go. But I agree with you. It's a flash. It's not flash in the pan, but it's recency bias, right? Outside of Premier League, I think I think for me, Osimhen's really bloomed this season, obviously. But look at his price now. I mean, he was bought for 80-odd million euros, and they're going to sell him for double if someone comes in. But you're right, in the Premier League, it's like Premier League clubs, Nunez, for example, Cucurella, 1 good season.
This is what I'm saying. Like now, I know you, and I know it's a rat race. You really got to you have to get there, be there or be square. It's just as simple as that. Like you have to be there, but. You look at sometimes it really can slap you in the face, like the Cucurella thing at the moment, like the Cucurella signing, where you look at that and go, we should have just let City buy this punk, you know. You know what I'm saying? But then you look at Caicedo and think, because Caicedo, for me, I look at Paulinho's 27, innit? Yeah. And even though Paulinho's only had 1 good season in the Prem, Paulinho's had multiple good seasons at Sporting.
Yeah.
Where the hell was Caicedo before this 1 good season? 8 appearances for. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Ecuador. So for me, I'd lean towards a Paulinho. This is my opinion, by the way. I don't feel like everyone has to share this opinion.
Yeah.
I lean towards Paulinho more than Caicedo. Caicedo for me still has more value than McAllister.
Yeah.
Because of his age, not because of what I've seen of them. I've seen more of McAllister than I've seen of Caicedo. Caicedo has more potential, but Caicedo has more of a chance that he could just be Caicedo could be a dud. He could be a dud.
He could be a bust.
It's not impossible.
Nah, I wouldn't go as far as that. Nah, I wouldn't.
I'm saying it's not impossible.
No, it's not out of the realms of possibility. Yeah.
Possibility.
Yeah,
you
always.
Know Career was going to be a dud. That guy was tearing it up at left wing back. He was tearing it up.
I think I think if you look at McAllister, for example, right, last season, particularly like, towards the end bit, when they started bringing him in, he was actually doing well, and then obviously he's improved upon it this season. So there is like some level of progression that you can see. Okay, this guy he's done it now for at least a season and a half. You can at least bet on that to be internationally as well. So you can at least bet on that, right? But I think with Caicedo, the price is already going to be quite a large price to get him at. Do you go for like a slightly cheaper option, who is a bit more of a known quantity rather than him, and then maybe Caicedo might go to another club and he might bloom out further.
I think it. No, go on. You take this.
I think that's kind of what you said earlier is kind of the thing as well. It's like, or Andrew said, is like, it's kind of a double-edged sword where on one hand you are right in terms of they've only had like a year or whatever in the Prem to show their level, but it's like if you don't go now and you leave it for a year or two, you might just miss out, like we did with Tchouaméni, and like has happened before. It's like if you leave it, you run the risk of a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, a Bayern, a City, etc. coming in when they are that like made asset and being like, there you go, there's the money, we'll just buy you. And it's like at that point you can't compete because no one can compete with those clubs because they've either got more money or they've got much more success in terms of we can take you from this to winning the Prem or winning Champions League or winning La Liga, etc. So you kind of almost you have to take a punt at times because otherwise you miss out. It's like what you kind of want to do or what clubs should be doing, and this is what I want us to do, is doing what Brighton are doing in terms of you take that first step. You're the one buying him from, say, Caicedo. You're the one buying him from that Ecuadorian club for 3 mil or whatever it was he went for. Like, you're the one that's making that first move, but too many of the bigger clubs don't do that because I don't know why they don't do it, to be honest, but that's the thing you want to be doing, not being in this situation of they've only had a year and it's like, do you spend that 50 to 80 mil on this player? Because, yeah, he can become that hot commodity, but there's also such a risk that he just becomes another guy that, like, is another one-hit wonder. Another guy like Morpay, who had one good season and then done nothing.
That's true. But also, it's like, it all depends on your club situation, right? If you buy someone for 70 million and you have a crap season, it makes it all the worse. Whereas if you can bring him in and sometime him have a hybrid season where he's in and out and your team does well, and no one's going to remember that money, and even his first season, it's going to be moved on by that. But you have to take the risk. For example, it's like you get like we bought Enzo stuff, and everyone's go, you could have bought him money in the summer. Do you take that risk? Do you leave it for the summer? If you really want a player, you're gonna have to pay up and buy him right away to stop others getting him. Look at Real Madrid with Bellingham right now. Wham bam, thank you, man. Right in, right away. They're not even waiting for it to be announced in the summer. Let's get it done now. Tchouaméni, they got it done right there. Camavinga, what a player. Got it done right there and then. So that's what you do. You're supposed to get it done right away, so you blow everyone else out of the water.
When it comes to Real Madrid as well, I'll go like better than that. Like, look at what they did with Rodrigo and Vinicius and Endrick.
Yeah.
I'd say and Endrick, and look at what Barca are trying to do and we're trying to do with Victor Roque. Like, these guys are 16, 17. Look at what we're trying to do with that Kendry Pais. Like, we're spending 20 mil on him. And it's like, yeah, he's 15. And yeah, we're not going to see him till 2025. And it's a bit mad.
So
but
we tried to do Carvalho. So we tried.
Yeah, it's like, it's we're doing that because it's like in 2-3 years when they're at the point where they can move abroad or they're, a bit better, like these guys are going to be moving for over 100 mil. And it's like, then you've got the club, like basically the top 3 or 4 best clubs in the world or biggest clubs in the world are going to be moving. It's like, cool.
Could you say Arsenal and Saliba did that? That no one talks about that one.
Went out on loan. Yeah, went out on loan.
Yeah, they got him.
I say the way that they handled the Saliba thing was,
got him, sent him back. He comes back looking like he could easily be a world-class defender.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what you should do. If you really believe in that. Exactly.
But
it's what we should have done.
I feel like the only thing though, I generally do feel like we sometimes act like it's an easy thing to do. I still think it's the hardest thing to do, to get a talent, loan them back, and then trust in the time. Because Arsenal didn't have Saliba for 2-3 years, but the amount of stick they were getting over time for it because of the man that were playing instead, like it was not easy. And the amount of, and let's not act like teams haven't tried to acquire young talents, and it's Like, how about this? We're naming all the times it's worked, but there's a lot of ones that haven't worked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course.
But look at us, right? Look at us.
I just think it's easier said than done, innit?
Well,
And I don't
it is.
want to look at you. No, I don't want to look at you because you buy the whole world. I don't want to
No,
look
no,
at
I'm
you.
just saying.
I don't wanna-
We bought
Oh,
Gusto, right? The Leon right back, yeah, about 1920. And Leon, the only way we could get the deal done in January was that Leon wanted to loan him back. And we said, fine, do like that. You might find deals like that. If you want to get them done earlier, it's actually the selling clubs that will say, okay, but we want to take him on loan for another year. And you might just get it like that. It might be better all round because you think of the situation, that our clubs, our clubs here, apart from obviously kids at the top there, the Arsenal fan, but our clubs are in sort of like limbo, right? They are in the new buzz phrase transition, right? They're in a transition, right, every other year.
Yeah.
But we're bringing in players into shit situations at this moment in time, right? Or not so good situations. So we're asking them to hit the ground running. And maybe if we didn't have that and we were being successful, like for instance, Mons, if you bought Nunez in your 1920 season or 18-19 season,
Yeah.
people probably wouldn't be getting on him as much. Do you know what I mean? Because
And he looked the same now. Oh, I would be, but
Oh,
I
no,
get
no,
it.
no,
Like
no,
a
no,
normal
what I'm
person
saying-
wouldn't.
what
But
I'm saying
I have
is-
an agenda. So
What I'm saying is, if he came in 18-19 and was still playing as he is right now, then fine. But you might find he might be a different player if he came in 18-19, had a few years with that squad, settling in and stuff, and he might be a different player. That's what I'm talking about. Whereas now,
There'd be less reliance.
I don't even know if he knows where his best position is on the pitch.
I think it's one of those ones where, and I had this chat with Hassan the other day where we couldn't. The smarter thing is to do is just to buy a loan and bring back when they're established. But I think it's so difficult nowadays between paying the big bucks for what you're now seeing in front of your eyes, or paying the little money for potential you might not even get. There's like do you know what I'm saying? Is so difficult, and I think big clubs do. So no, let me change that, because there are big clubs but not successful clubs. United. So there's currently, I know you got a history. I'm saying the successful clubs do both.
Yeah,
they do both. So, for instance, when City went and bought Alvarez, so they've gone and bought Alvarez. They've gone and bought the more unknown, or not. I don't want to say he was unknown, but they've gone and bought the signing that doesn't really have too much pedigree there. But at the same time, they bought in Haaland. I think that's the perfect example of buying. You spent your money for someone that you know what you're gonna get, but you've also bought someone where if it doesn't, like, you've taken the call, we're buying him for what we think he can do in a few years, and you've done it at the same time.
Yeah.
You look at Madrid. Madrid got who they got in whether it be Rodrigo, whether it be Vinicius. You can name the guys that they've got in, kind of thing. But let's not forget they bought Hazard.
Yeah.
They bought Hazard as well. Like they'll buy their Galactico, and they'll also buy someone who you've probably never heard of, but you'll know who they are in a certain. You know what I'm saying? Give Odegaard probably 3 more years at Arsenal. Madrid will probably try buying back for over 150 million.
Yeah,
if he continues.
But this is the thing.
But they'll probably have the new Odegaard for like 10 mil in the same window. But we won't know. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to do both at the same time. If you just sit and do one, it's not really good enough. And if you consistently buy the big signings, we don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, with the United thing, it's different, right? It's not that the scouts aren't doing it. Before Caicedo went to Brighton, we could have gotten him for 5 million. We could have gotten Haaland for 20 million off Molda, but the Glazers didn't want to pay it. We could have gotten Bellingham for cheap at 16 or whatever he was. He went to Dortmund because we didn't want to give him the big bucks, give him the big contract that he wanted. Like, we could have gotten Enzo and Julian Alvarez for 20 million combined package. It was like the scouts, everyone negotiated it, but they just didn't want to pay 20 million in January when Ranić was there. Like,
Tarza, do you
it's
know what the
not
thing
that.
is?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know if they would have worked though in your team, and
Mhm.
it kind of goes back to what Monson and Surf were saying in terms of like, and this is why I have mad respect for Brighton, just kind of bringing them back into the conversation of, you have to make sure the environment you're bringing these players to is spot on, because like that's why it hasn't worked for Chelsea. Like, we got all these guys in, which is cool, but the environment we brought them in is a mess. Like, it's a complete mess. The environment brought them in. It's the same with Liverpool. Like, their environment they brought the players in the summer, like whether it be Gakpo or I know he's in January, but like Nunez, whoever, the environment was not good at the time. So these guys come in and Gakpo looks bad at the start. Nunez looks bad. All of these guys don't look great.
We come off a quad. What better time to come into the squad?
No, but it's more like the state of the squad. It's the state of the squad and the environment. Like, it's everything. Because like Brighton can do what they do, and other teams like City, for example. I know they're the best team in the league, but they can have duds that don't matter as much because the environment and the squad is in a state where, like, Grealish, for example, was 100 mil, was a flop at the time. It didn't matter because they had Foden and they had Mahrez and they had Sterling, all of them firing. It didn't matter. Like, Rodri
They
didn't
won the
hit.
title.
I say Rodri didn't hit. Doesn't matter because they still got Fernandinho performing at a good level. They have Cancelo's not hitting. Fine, we can get rid of you because we've got Ake who can come in and do the job. Stones can go and do the job. Like, Laporte isn't firing. Hey, cool, that's fine because we've got a Kanje we brought in. It's just like, it's having the right environment, having the squad in a place where like you can. Mons is right. It's a balance where like you bring the big guys in because they'll have an impact now, but then you get the like guys for the future because they are the guys that you can bed in and they are the guys that you can start to rely on slightly more. So then they become the experienced guys, and it just works like a conveyor belt almost. Like, when you're buying guys in, if the environment's not right or the squad isn't in a state where it's going to work, everyone's going to look shit. Everyone's going to look like. That's why half our players. I'm not judging half the players that we've brought in right now because I need to see what it's going to look like when we've got a manager that's going to set up in just a formation or a system that works. When we've got like, there is a certain expectation on these guys in terms of not expecting too much. Like, I want to see how Cucurella is going to look when he's actually like coached in a certain way. Same with Mudryk and Madueke. Same with like Felix, for example. Because I'm watching them being coached in a minute. And it's like they're not being coached in any way coherently. They're being asked to do stuff, or it doesn't look coherent. Like, I've got like Chilwell trying to underlap Madueke while Madueke is like trying to cut inside. Like, how is he meant to learn doing that?
There's no patterns. There's no pattern to play there.
Yeah.
But that's what. And you're right though. There's just certain ways to do things, and everyone, I'm pretty sure everyone probably knows my opinion on Darwin Nunez. Yeah. So yeah, cool. But as someone who, you know, doesn't favor Nunez, that's me putting that in the nicest way possible. If we were to bring him in, you let him learn off Sadio Mane. You keep Sadio Mane for another season. You let him learn off Sadio Mane, and you don't put the pressure on a kid that's had one good season in his whole life at a club of the size of Liverpool. I don't think that's the hardest thing to. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you keep Origi, play Origi for 6 months. If he really hates what he's seen from Origi, sell him in January. He's been at the club for 8 years. Sell him in January. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you can't. You know, and I understand we had certain injuries, so Nunez had to play. But I'm sorry, I know Nunez defo has like appearance stuff in his contract because, do you know what I'm saying? The amount of money we're paying for him and stuff like that. It's just, for me, the signing was just a signing at the wrong time that we didn't need, the wrong type of. It was just, do you know what I'm saying? So there's just ways to do things. You go and
I don't
sign.
think that's even the bigger crime.
I think for me, yeah. I just want to add something separate. Obviously, you've had like a plan A and a plan B. I think also you should have like some reliance on like building like young players like from your own like academies. And like sometimes, yeah, if they are like good players, you can see they're not obviously going to be able to come into first team football. Trying to maybe sell them on to like a club like a Brighton, or maybe like a club like that's like a builder club. You bring in like a little release clause there, and then if they actually bloom into a player that you can actually get for like rather than you spending the super big bucks.
Do you think buying Nunez and loaning him back to Benfica, we would have got a more refined Nunez this year.
Do you know why you couldn't do that though? And it does kind of come back.
Because of his demand, though, innit? I was going to say his
There's
demand.
also Gonçalo Ramos as well. Gonçalo is there
It's
as well.
not that. It's not that. It's the money you spent, and that's the problem. Is I don't think you can spend that much money on a guy and then go, "We're going to loan you back for a season."
Yeah, you want instant impact.
I mean, we say that, but Naby Keita, we bought him for 60 mil and we sent him back on loan.
Who was your midfield at the time?
Don't worry about what midfield was at the time. But
that's the thing, though. But that's the thing is that your midfield was in such a better state. With who you lost in the summer, I don't think you could have done that. I don't think you could have bought him.
Our midfield was crazy. Our midfield was our midfield. It was Fabinho.
Genie.
Was Fabinho even there?
No, it was Emery Chan. It's when Emery Chan. Henderson.
Let me quickly check the season.
If it wasn't mad, then hey, then that's it.
Emery Chan and Henderson.
Let me check this. Let me check the season we loaned them back. We loaned them back 17-18. So 17-18 is the season the extra year we gave him. Fabinho weren't even there, so you can't even say our midfield was because when Fabinho came in is when like we had the anchor. That's what we had. We had the six. Everything Bakayoko was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Everything what United is seeing for Casemiro is he was that guy. He was that guy. You know what I'm saying? I know it's shameless, but he was that guy. This when he come in, but it was Ox, Lallana, Milner, Henderson, Wijnaldum. Yeah, we just sold Emre Can and Lucas the season before.
Yeah, because you had Coutinho, but you sold him in January as well, and he was playing in midfield.
Coutinho as well, but he was playing left wing. That's why I didn't mention Coutinho. He was playing left wing.
Was he? I thought he was playing in midfield and Mane was playing left wing. Or was that before you bought Mane?
Mane was playing right wing, and then we bought Salah. Salah moved to right wing. Coutinho started playing left centre mid drift. Like it was a weird kind of front four type of thing we had going on. I wouldn't have classed him as a mid, but you know my gist. You know the gist. It was Milner, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Ox, and Lallana.
Bro, it's the Nunez
telling me
thing.
Keita couldn't have come in straight away off of 60 mil.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Player of the year.
No, W replaced Lallana. Can tell you that for sure. Yeah, at the time.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lallana dagger in the hearts. Just knee slide, and 1-1, knee slide. We needed that goal.
Bro, with the Nunez thing again, I don't think it's like if you pay the price and he bangs, fair enough, whatever. And even if he doesn't, bro, the profile which he is does not suit your system whatsoever. He's a big number 9 in the box type thing, and you're playing him left wing, like trying to accommodate him, right, in your system and pushing Salah further away from goal is the biggest crime for me.
Oh yeah, unforgivable, bro. That is unforgivable.
One of the best goal scorers, not just in your club's history, but in the Premier League in general, and you're taking him away further from goal. I even clown Salah for his deficiencies when, on the ball and all that stuff. But one thing I can never say anything about is his goal scoring ability, because that's second to none. Like, it's some of the best we've ever seen. And you're taking him away from goal for a guy who's leading the league, if not for Haaland, in big chances missed? Like, I don't understand that.
That's Klopp, though. That's Klopp for you, man.
Hey, you see,
that's for months. You're not gonna blame Klopp, though, are you? You're just gonna blame Nunez on his own. That's Klopp.
Yeah.
That's bro. I blamed Klopp for the signing of Nunez hundreds of times. I just can't if I just keep blaming Klopp for signing Nunez, they just keep calling me a bully. Like,
that's where it all stems down to Klopp. Regardless of
it
what
is.
Bro, I've stopped the rage. We've won 6 games on the bounce, so that's why you haven't heard me complaining as of late. But this season is still this is a failure. We have failed. Even if we get top 4, this season is a failure. Top 4 was supposed to be the bare minimum this year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people are still saying, Monts, like, you hate Nunez. No, I hate the signing. Not Nunez himself. I hate the signing and what it's done in what it made us do for the midfield, or the nothingness that happened in midfield, and the nothingness it's doing for our attack, because Nunez hasn't improved our attack. He's just changed.
I personally still think he'll come good. Me personally.
Yeah, no,
I'm
but
still
that's
gonna-
not
still
the
gonna-
problem.
But
You
is
don't
that
so-
good enough though?
Yeah,
No,
like, bro,
I really because how about this? I
it's-
think he'll be 20 plus goals a season. 20 plus.
I disagree.
I agree if Klopp could use him correct, because I have the same issues that we're talking about with Nunez when it comes to Klopp to Gakpo. My man bought Gakpo, who was killing it at PSV playing as a winger, who liked to get the ball out wide and come inside, and he's playing him as a number 9 with his back to goal at times. Like, it makes no sense because he's not that. And like, you saw him be terrible when he first came in, terrible. And it's like, it's because you're not playing him right. You're using him in a position in a way that A, like he's not suited to, and B, wasn't what he was doing where he just left and he was was in format. Like stuff like the way he's used some of the Liverpool players this season is so bad.
He's only
genuinely
kind of
awful.
got it right with Gakpo now, innit? He's only kind of got it right now, where I think he's looked at him as the false 9. But there's so many ways we could question Klopp. Jurgen Klopp this season. Let's. By the way, guys, we're 2 likes away from opening the call-in lines. We're only going to keep them open for 10 minutes or so because it took everyone so long to get to 65 likes. It usually takes about 10 minutes today. I put it down to it being a Friday and everyone being tired. But smash the like button. It's 2 more likes to get to 65 people. I know there's one of you guys in the chat that haven't done. Let's look at some of the comments because I think we've been so deep in this conversation. We actually haven't looked at the comments too much. Come good. Will Arteta come good? That's cheeky.
The cheat, bro. Arteta is one of the best managers in the world. Like, they don't want to talk about that, do they? I knew I'd get that reaction. I knew I'd get that reaction. I knew it. Like I said, you'll see. You guys will see.
No, man. We need another. Was it the Anfield anthem? You know what I mean? On the training pitch. Hopefully that work.
I think what I'd say is that I think Nunez will come good. My thing is that he's a rhythmic player, innit? And we saw the best Nunez for Liverpool when he was playing game in, game out. Just before the World Cup, he was getting a run of games. He was scoring. Salah was more happy to create. Me personally, even when Nunez was scoring, I didn't like the way Liverpool were playing. My preference. But if Nunez was getting his goals and he upped that, that frequency of goals, then it's like the goals are still going in, just not maybe from a Salah or from whoever was playing on the left wing, maybe a Diaz or a Jota. Now, here's where it gets a bit techie though.
His BCM is dead. I can't lie.
Yeah, bro. I'm not even going to dive into his deficiencies. Again, I'll get the bully printed on my forehead again. But it's just for me, you can't teach. Instinctive finishing is natural, but technical finishing, I don't think that can be taught when you're at a certain age, in my opinion. I think you can get better, but you can't be taught to think about a finish. Some of Nunez's best finishes for Liverpool have been instinctive finishes. Do you know what I'm saying? And what we've got to understand is that right now in the pecking order, Nunez is 5th. He's not better than Salah. He's not better than Gakpo. He's not better than Jota. He's not better than Diaz. And he's not better than Firmino. So...
Does he even have to worry about Firmino though? He's not going to be here.
Yeah, that's why I said 5th. He would have been. He's sick. No, he's sick now. He's sick now. But in next season, he's gonna be unless he scores 50 goals in pre-season, he's gonna be 5th in the pecking order. Where does he get this rhythm? Because he can't. Nunez isn't good enough to come in for one game and look really good. He's not Origi. Origi cannot play for 20 games and come on and score a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? That was his thing.
Do you not think that's a worry though? Like you paid I think 80 million, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what he's saying.
That's
what he's saying.
That will come.
When we bought Nunez, I said he's not that far from Origi, and they came up with pitchforks and torches. When I said he's not that far away from Origi, but now that he's in Origi's position,
you lot are stretching it. You're just bro.
He's in Origi's position. He's 5th choice attacker, kids. He's in Origi's position.
Like I said, Nunez hasn't had the best of seasons, but bro,
no, he hasn't had a bad season.
He hasn't had a bad season, but he's getting in positions, and I promise you, with time, I know you're saying, I do get what you're meaning about in terms of the whole like there's a difference between technical finishing and like finishing with your brain. You should know that from the start. That's cool. But you need to understand, because he is so young and so raw, that can happen. And that can get improved on. With Jesus, it's a difference, because you can see Jesus and just say, okay, you're not a finisher. You never will be, never have been. That's fine. And I've accepted that. But Nunez is not that type of striker. Nunez can get better at finishing. He can. Because he's that type of guy.
I hear that, but yeah, he can get better, and he'll be better. But will that better be good enough for where you guys are trying to go?
That's the next question, and that's but then that's the point, though. That's the point. So even if he gets better and he's still not good enough, he's still not good enough. Like either way, like that's the overarching point. Like that's what people say with like our attackers, right? Like guys like Sancho and all these guys. Oh, he'll get better, but will his better be good enough for where we're trying to go? No. So what's the point? What's exactly? That's
essentially he's a bus player. If you can correlate the amount of percentage that he's going to only improve by and how much that's going to affect the team, he's a bus then. So you technically, Nunez is technically you would count Nunez as a bus because you brought him in to be a starter, and the best thing he can probably be for you guys is a bench player, and you paid 80 million for him. So
I don't know.
No. But what you're doing is no. Do you know why you can't say that? Because you're looking at it objectively, and if you say you can't say anything that makes sense because they'll stamp bully on your board.
But Mons, what you're saying is basically, because bro, I've looked at Nunez this whole season, right? And for me, I look at it and go, if you tuck most of your chances away next season that I have seen he should be scoring and will be scoring, you're looking at a 20+ goal striker each year.
I just think it's
that's good enough. That's good enough.
No.
That's a huge difference to make up, man. That's a huge difference to make up.
I look at him and think he can get. I can see it. He has the potential to get.
He will come good, but the spine of our team will be gone by the time he will come good. And everyone who says back your man, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that stuff. I'm allowed to not like a player in my own team.
Yeah, you can have an opinion.
Like everyone has players, dude. They don't take nice. Listen, when Nunez scores, I shout louder than I shout, bro. When Nunez scores, I sing the songs, bro. It's just because he's my player. Like, but when it comes to having a serious conversation of how good do you think this player is? Do you think he's worth his price tag? Do you think he's going to recoup? You want to have this objective conversation? I'm going to be objective about it. And I'm going to be honest about it. But when we're playing, every player for Liverpool is a banging player. When we're playing in that 90 minutes, Curtis Jones is world class. You know what I'm saying? James Milner's world class. In that 90 minutes, if anyone scores, I'm screaming because that's the same. That goes for the same with all of us.
Mm-hmm.
All of us. You know what
I get this. I get this as well because like I've kind of got the same thing with like Koulibaly with us because like. I know he's been here less than 12 months, but I'm done with him because, like, kind of similar to kind of what you said, Mons, in terms of like there's guys above him. Like for me, when Cole, I know obviously we haven't seen, but when he comes back, for me, I've seen better for him in that Brighton team than I have like from Koulibaly this season. And I know I mentioned earlier about like the environment and everything, but for me, Koulibaly is that left centre back is like third choice, potentially fourth if you play Silva as the left centre back. And like at that point, I'm like. When I'm seeing guys like Badiashile come in and he hits the ground running, he's 20, hits the ground running. When I'm seeing, Fofana come in and he's like, 20 as well, 21, and he's hit the ground running. I can't be giving a 31-year-old like time. And even if I give him time, what's the level he's going to get to where I think he deserves to be starting over some of these guys? Because they've already shown a level and I think they can get better. So if they've shown the level that Koulibaly can get to, but they can get better, why am I giving him the time? Because he doesn't have age. He doesn't have the composure on the ball. He doesn't have the other things that the other guys do. So why am I giving him time over us other players? So I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
It's just that, but that's my thing. It says, I said, Mons, you hated Jota when he was begging him to be back, and this is another example of why I think people, because I say things with confidence and I say stuff with vim and I don't sugarcoat it with pixie dust. People think that I hate a player or I dislike a player. I said I'm happy for Jota to be playing and not Firmino in most games. But whenever we have to play a game in transition, i.e. we have to play a Bayern Munich or we have to play well, not this Bayern Munich, but the better Bayern Munich before, or we have to go and play a Man City at the Etihad, I don't want Jota to play. Because when it comes to taking the ball on the half turn and having to beat Rodri on the half turn, Jota was never going to do that. Jota is the guy who's going to get a fox in the box and he's going to score you a goal. But how the fuck are we going to get to the box? We need to get to the box first. So for me, go and play Firmino and then bring on Jota when these men are tired. That is what my opinion on Jota was. He's not a guy to play in transition. He needs to get better at that. He's not. He last season he scored 15 goals, but people forget he was playing in stilettos. He was playing in high heels at times with his all-round gameplay. His all-round gameplay's got a lot better now. I think we could, even as rivals, we could admit Diogo Jota's all-round game has actually improved.
Yeah,
and that's what I wanted. But let's not act like I was wrong at the time. His all-round game wasn't that good, but because he was a good goal scorer, he had a shout over Firmino in games where I'd say, 100% play him. Play him in more games than you'll play Firmino. But the second we need a cohesive front three and we're going to play against a team that's going to keep the ball better than we will, we need transitional players. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that answers your question. Ed, welcome to the stream, bro. It's the Jim Radcliffe. You know what I'm saying?
Update on that. We got an update on that. Apparently, now Sheikh Jassim is putting in 11th hour bid.
Wow.
So, he's considering it.
Yeah. So apparently, you know what I'm saying? I told you it could be PR, you know, never know.
He's weighing up. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
You should be, even if that happens, what's stopping Jim just upping his 11th hour bid? Do you know what I mean?
Hey, man, why you hate it? Hey, man, don't hate the player, hate the game, man.
I want you to read the whole thing. Don't mislead.
I just
say it one word, please.
Hate the game.
Say that word, man. Signism is weighing up at 11th hour bid. He's not spoken to these guys for a whole month. What do you think is going to be?
Bro,
likely for him to be making the bid again in the 11th hour.
We'll see, ain't it? We'll see.
I'm a chill, man. Relax. You got Mr. Monopoly, man. Yeah, relax your brother.
Yeah.
Relax. Stop hating, man. You know what I mean? I got my own. You know what I'm saying?
Go buy another 10, bro. Go buy another 10.
Go buy another 10.
Yeah, hold that. Cook this man, bro.
Shut up, Taz, man.
Do you know what?
I can't wait for that to get a new deal, Mataza. I just cannot wait.
Hey, you know what you mean when you call me that, by the way. You know what you mean.
Let's get to because there isn't too much time left. Let's actually quickly just discuss this Jim Radcliffe thing, just quickly, and then I actually want to get to our top 4 predictions because that is what the show is basically supposed to be about. We got carried away. We just spoke pure football, but that top 4 again, the top 4 running is looking a bit crazy, and these games are all must wins. But yeah, just final opinions on the Jim Radcliffe thing, just from a Chelsea perspective. First, anyways.
From a Chelsea perspective,
because I just want to I know you lot got Bowley in it, and I just feel like, is this nice for you guys to see?
Bro, you know, he almost brought our club at the last minute. I don't know if you heard about that. So he put in a bid for 4 billion.
Yeah.
When
the thing is
they had chosen owner, yeah.
The thing is this: last year, I saw Man United fans twerking for Jim Radcliffe. So what a difference a year makes. Listen, if he comes in, he comes in. I think if you actually read the structure, if he comes in, he's still looking to buy out the Glazers. It's just going to take a bit longer than what you want. Essentially, it's like two or 3 years or something like that.
They're basically going to be eating dinner together as friends.
Basically, they've got all these United fans.
We're going to do this straight away.
They've got a secret handshake going on, stuff like that. You know, nods and winks and stuff like that.
Wait, hold on. You know, have you guys seen the thing of Juicy going, "Pleasure doing business with you"? When I get that video, kids, you know what I mean?
I don't accept.
Amongst this verbal, man. No one wanted to run peas for your club, and then you want to come with this verbal, bro. Relax.
Yeah,
I think
your business with you.
Yeah.
sorry, go on.
I think the one thing you've got to be worried about is David De Gea re-signing, which is probably going to happen anyway, no matter who's in charge. Maguire probably re-signing a new deal as well.
See, now you're just making up shit. Now you're just making up shit. Now you're just making up shit.
Replace Koulibaly. We'll replace Koulibaly.
They're signing a permanent deal. That's
Now you're just making up shit. That's fine. That's fine.
On a serious note, I think whoever buys Man United it's not really even on the field stuff that's the highest priority. It's off the field stuff. So we're talking about this. Your stadium is a trash heap at this time. Yeah. No matter what, let's just focus on that. The outside of it is a disgrace, and the inside of it is a disgrace. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like holes in the roof and stuff like that. The training ground has to be fixed up as well. So whoever's coming in spending over 6 billion, no matter what, is probably going to end up spending another $1.5 billion, just maybe
Easily.
or up to it easily just on that. So that's what I would be like. That's what I would be like. Okay, buy us some players. That's fine, but let's have a great stadium to play in first of all, and training facilities. When Ronaldo says that he came back like 14 years later or something like that, and there's still people there that were there when he left in 09, you've got a problem. But listen, whoever you're going to be sold. It's just a matter of who and what they do. I don't believe this story, but there was a story this week about the Qataris going to bring in all the 92 people. I wouldn't want anyone who played for my club associated coming in being any or any training or anything like that, because I think that's just Disney themed bullshit. That's what it is. Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I think it's cap as well, but I wouldn't want it. But it'd be interesting to see who eventually buys them. I think you guys will have that. What you do most times, you'll have a protest that the Glazers are still part of something, then you'll make a big signing and you'll die down for 3 months until it all starts up again, and then there's another mini protest somewhere. That's what always happens. But I don't think you should be too worried, but I can understand. You know.
I disagree on that last bit. I think they should be worried, just from a sense of I don't know if Ratcliffe and Ineos are
trying to console them. I'm trying. I don't.
Listen, let's not do that, man.
I don't know if they'll do the off the pitch stuff is the issue. I think the on the pitch stuff is what it is. Like Nice haven't spent a lot of money, but I don't know some people in the championship thing. Like I don't know if that's what is that. They might spend money. It's the off the pitch stuff I don't think they're going to do, because I don't know if they're going to spend the money to fix the training ground, to improve the youth team, to improve the stadium, to improve everything. That's the issue. They can do all the on pitch stuff they want, and that's why I will say. Even though this season has gone badly, that's the stuff I do praise Bowley for, is the off-the-pitch stuff and the off-the-pitch stuff that he's looking to do. That's where I hold hope for him. And I feel confident in him as an owner because he's doing that stuff. I don't think Ratcliffe's going to do that. I think the Qataris would, because we've seen it before with like whether it's been at PSG, whether it's been at obviously it's slightly different, but like with like City and whatnot, the guys that came in, the Abu Dhabis came in, like they have done it. Like, so I just don't know whether Ratcliffe comes in. He might do the on the pitch stuff. It's the off the pitch stuff. I don't know if he's going to do. Like, I'd be worried from that respect as a United fan. I don't know whether he'll do all that stuff.
Let's just
fixing up Old Trafford. Yeah, is a.
What's the rat in the toilet?
It's a lot of money. Like it's probably
Bruno Fernandes, man.
Like Wembley.
He brought in all the rats with him, man. Bruno Fernandes brought all the rats with him.
Let's move on. We're just running. We are running very short on time. Still 60 people in the house. Let's just speak just briefly. United Wolves. Is there a slip up there, or is that a comfortable win?
That's a dub.
Let's keep it concise though, because we generally have a couple minutes. Let's keep it.
No, Rashford doesn't help, but I think Wolves, they've survived. United will, it won't be comfortable, but I think United will just edge it like 1-0, 2-1.
Yeah, it'll be a turgid.
But you're right. You don't see a draw.
No, I think they'll slip up versus Bournemouth away. I could see a slip up with Bournemouth away. That's where it's potential slip up.
Okay, fair enough. Ed, you're looking like.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey. We've been the bogey team for a minute, fam.
I'll tell you lot right now. This is the lowest I've seen Ed in his camera.
Hey.
Ed is like this. Ed is speaking like this. I've never seen him like this before. I've never seen him speak like this. This is what United are doing to him.
It's hurting me, bro. It's hurting me. I can't lie. I ain't gonna sit there in front. Now Wolves always turn up, man. Them man turn up with us for some reason with the bowling team. I don't know.
Never banger. Neves long
Exactly.
range.
Neves always finds his way to get like 25 yards and ping on top bins. It's like it always just happens. It's like
Yeah.
I think we can do it, but it's gonna be like a
But
1-0 tight 1-0.
it's at Old Trafford. That helps a
Yeah,
lot.
that's the only thing that gives me hope. If we went to Old Trafford, I'd be like, it's an L.
Yeah, Wolves ain't got enough. They ain't got enough.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm looking at Wolves thinking they beat Villa, but then they lost 6-0 to Brighton.
Bro, they're balling with Diego Costa up front. Like that's like,
Cunha looks alright though. Cunha looks okay.
Like, Wolves are dead food, man. If United slip up tomorrow, just forget top four.
I can't lie, I don't see them slipping up, but on God, if United dare, if
you want drop points tomorrow or wherever it is, the top four is done. Because I know how the story ends. I've seen it. It's done.
I hear it.
Score predictions then. We'll just go quick score predictions. I'm saying 1-0 United. Scummy 1-0. Scummiest. I think United scum the crappiest 1-0.
Hey, Saar on goal. I'm hoping for it.
Yeah,
Give me an own goal.
1-0 United. Some deflection goal, something like that. Because you know it's gonna be some scrappy win.
It'll be some scrappy Anthony, like just some shameless shot, and it goes bottom bins. Like I could just see it.
Yeah, everyone else, what are we saying? Score prediction.
Yeah, 1-0. Really, this game's not on TV, right? Okay.
No.
Thank Christ. Yeah, 1-0.
Same. 1-0.
2-0 United. But it won't be the 2-0 like we'll get a goal, but then Wolves will push up and then we'll just go get a goal really late on the break.
97 minutes or something.
Yeah, something like that.
0-0 for me.
This guy Ahmed, bro. Oh my
Ahmed, the hate is strong.
This Somalian Biggie.
I'm just saying 0-0, bro. That's what I said.
So
0-0. Hey, Ahmed.
Ahmed, if the Qataris spin the block and buy United, it's over for you. The way I'm gonna cook you, oh my lord, bro.
To me,
it's like turkey on a Thanksgiving, bro. You getting cooked.
Listen, man.
Getting cooked.
Listen, man. It's not looking good, bro. I'm saying, man. Don't worry about me, man. Worry about
it stays that way.
Worry about your team, man.
What was I saying? Liverpool, Leicester. The only game we lost, that one of two games that we lost. We only lost 2 games last season. One of them was Leicester away.
Oh, it's away at Leicester.
That don't even matter. The Leicester is shit.
If we score in the first 10 minutes, it's gonna be done. But if we don't score in the first 10 minutes, it's gonna be some unnecessary. We usually do this. We do some unnecessary rubbish. But I think we're gonna win 3-1. I think we're gonna score early. We're gonna score 2 goals, then we're gonna Leicester back in it as usual. Then we're gonna score 3rd. So I'm gonna say 3-1 Liverpool.
Everyone else, what are we saying? Interesting.
I'll back that to be
6-0 Liverpool.
I'll back a 3-1 Liverpool.
I think it's 3-0. 3-0 Liverpool. 3-0 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool, I'm gonna say.
I go 4-0 Liverpool.
I was going to say, I'm saying 5 or 6 Liverpool.
Fulham scored 5 again. Fulham scored 5
You're getting this confidence from.
I'm saying 3-2 Liverpool.
I was going to say, Fulham just put 5 past Leicester. Fulham just put 5.
They're so bad.
Brighton put 6 past Villa, then held 6 to Everton.
Apparently, I think
And are we that much better than Brighton? Are we? Tell me we're that much better than Brighton.
Against Leicester, Against
Leicester.
I think
I'd
Fabinho
say
is out.
4-2.
He got 10 yellow cards. I think he's out.
To be fair,
He got 10 yellow cards.
Say that again.
Fabinho, I think he's out because he got 10 yellow cards. Yeah, he's gonna miss the Villa game and this game. I think that's how it works. I think so. He's gonna miss. I think these 2 games or 3. I forgot. I think 10 yellow cards is 3 games.
Yeah, but doesn't that like the ban doesn't happen like late into the season?
Dislike from Voldemort. He's annoying me.
Yeah.
Let me. All right. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's gonna annoy me. That means Hendo in the 6th. Great.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Hendo Nino.
Oh no, Hendo.
Hey, Liverpool legend there, bro.
Unreal.
Great.
Nunez in the 6th.
He's out there.
Nunez in the 6th. He runs around a lot.
Hendo in the 6th.
My word.
I mean,
But cool. And next one, Arsenal. Newcastle against Leeds. First fixture, Saturday
Honestly,
morning.
I'm gonna go with surprise. I'm gonna say 1-1. I'm not gonna do that. I won't be surprised.
I think Big Sam, Big Sam away from home, it ain't a joke. It ain't a joke.
Half 12 tax as well. Half 12 tax, that's the worst kickoff time to have.
Newcastle have been scoring that well. There you go.
Could Newcastle?
Like Jacob. Like,
They
they
have
This done, bro. They got this done.
They have this guy.
Yeah, as long as you got Isak and Wilson,
And I genuinely think, apart from Haaland, he has the highest ceiling in terms of new attackers in the league. Like he has one of the highest ceilings.
I think if they don't play him and Wilson together, which they did against Arsenal, it didn't work. I think Newcastle will run out. I know it's at Leeds, it's Big Sam. I think they'll run out, but it'll be like a 2-1, something like that.
Yeah,
I was thinking 2-1 as well. It won't be a battering. So
I hear it. What we saying? So Newcastle, you man go for the Newcastle win then, yeah?
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Okay. I'm gonna go 1-1 as well.
Yeah, it's half 12. It's Brighton for Sam Malaga, isn't it?
I think, yeah, I'm gonna say 1-1.
1-0 Leeds.
But Leeds, again, big 2 banks of 4. They hate it. Hey, the 2 banks of 4. Yo, the 2 banks. Yo,
come on, man.
Across the 5-yard, across the 6-yard to Bamford. Sinister to
I'm so happy I haven't got to play Leeds, man. That would just.
If this was under Garcia, I would have been like Newcastle win, but since it's Sam Allardyce, it's gonna be some defending masterclass. It's gonna be some defensive masterclass from Sam. Big Sam.
Yeah, I hear it. Arsenal versus who am I playing? Brighton. Arsenal Brighton. I say Arsenal 2-0. I just think Arsenal move these man aside.
Arsenal slap them.
I think 3-1 Arsenal. They'll concede. They usually concede, so 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, we always concede at home, so I'm probably gonna say 3-1.
And no Saliba or Zinchenko, so I think they're gonna concede, but they have enough attacking power right now.
No Zinchenko would be a blessing in disguise. That guy can't defend for shit.
Tini can actually defend.
Tini can actually defend.
Yeah, all this week I've been hearing how Zinchenko is integral to how Arsenal play. That's what I've been hearing all week. He's
in build up, yeah, but when we have to defend, just forget it.
Without Tini versus Newcastle, you get destroyed. If Zinchenko's still on that pitch versus Newcastle,
we would have conceded.
I'm gonna
That's
say 1-1.
credit to Arteta though. He saw it earlier. He saw it earlier this time. He should have done that again earlier.
Exactly.
And look what happened. He learned his lesson. This
Hey man, but now the title's gone, yeah.
That's the thing. That's what annoys Arsenal fans. They couldn't do this under pressure. Why are they doing this now? But
it's all easy to do it now. You know what I'm saying?
It's not over till it's over.
It's not for everyone.
Never know.
One of them ones, yeah.
I think the potential to this weekend could be a step up for City. Potentially, this is a weekend which City could potentially.
Sean Batch has a plan for us. I know he does.
You know what? They got Champions League midweek, and that tie's not done. It's a 1-1 right now. They need to kind of rotate for that.
They're probably going to play with like the Alvarez and them people there, but they can still do a job. It'll be weak.
I still think City will do them. City have enough quality, man. I think there's more hope for Arsenal fans than actually believe, and I think City will do them just about.
Yeah,
it'll be tight though. It'll be tight that game.
Chelsea, does it even matter who you guys are playing?
No, move on.
Is either a loss or is it
a 2-1 Forest. 2-1 Forest.
Who cares?
It's consolation win. This is
1-1.
Brennan Johnson.
He's going to go, man. Darwin, man.
It's going to be a Gibbs White penalty, and then a one. He's going to score one as well.
1-1. Chelsea will get some go out. No, I don't know where.
We got over the 40 points. We're done for the season.
One the beat.
Play the youngsters.
Yeah.
People, we're gonna shut the stream off there anyway. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you so much for the Sarcasm City TV guys, especially for tuning in. They made this guy an amazing stream as well. You've Raj, thank you so much for jumping in. I wish you jumped in earlier, man. I really enjoyed your intake, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you have a channel that we can shout out specifically?
I don't have any charges. Thanks for having me on. I just happy to be on.
Just a Liverpool fan. No, it's because you had the green screen in it. I was thinking you ran the channel in it. But listen, bro, we do these once a week, man. So feel free to jump in whenever. Do you know what I'm saying? Enjoyed your insight today. Ed, I don't know if you're on screen, but big up yourself as well. Ed, obviously jumping in regularly. Listen, guys, we do have to shoot off really quickly. So big up all the members. Big up, as I said, all the man them, Scott Murtaza, Ahmed, Kiers, and Surfer as well. Man them, you already know the roundup gets very messy. So make sure you guys tune in for Sunday's roundup, where we will, again, Liverpool won't play yet because they play on Monday, but will obviously there'll be a video on Monday as well. So don't worry, I'm not in the clear and all that stuff. If everyone wins their games, you know what I'm saying? So people, big up all the members, big up everyone on Big Six Bands, big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching this back, and we'll see you in the next one. And remember, people, as Troop says, wash them hands. In a bit, people. I'm never saying that again.